Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about a few assets, but overall, the market is looking fairly good. I'm hoping that Bitcoin can kind of stabilize here, considering the fact with its dominance factors and with Ethereum pretty much making its way to $4,400 yet again. I'm expecting this market to actually have some conviction with a lot of altcoins to start breaking out. On the 24-hour span, we are seeing a few assets in the green, but nothing too crazy in terms of, percentage jumps. I'm expecting a lot of these altcoins to make some moves, especially in terms of, the rest of this month is, into quarter one of, December. Not in terms of quarter four, but you guys know what I mean. Initially, in the beginning of December is when we will see a lot of these altcoins start to break out, especially XRP and XLM, which I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about XLM in this video as well. Yesterday, we did see a little bit of a price jump on the chart, but it was nothing too convincing, so we will obviously talk about that. But before we fully jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, turning notifications on, and if you guys can please leave a like on this video, it does greatly help the channel grow, so I do greatly appreciate that. Also, if you guys do want to get the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, it is on sale, 20% off today only. You guys can go get this on NCashOfficial.com. Links are down in the description below as well as in the comments below. But with that being said, let's move on and let's talk about some exciting things. So first and foremost, I do want to talk to you guys about this from the World Economic Forum, and they are saying new tech is fueling the rapid development of new forms of money. Leaders must help develop and regulate them effectively in order to, or for people to harness their benefits safely and securely. Read the new report series on digital currencies. And of course, right in front of your face, XRP and XLM, and listen closely to what they are talking about here, right? So first off, they're talking about potential for privately created digital assets to facilitate CBDCs. Now, when we're talking about this, they're talking about examples include the utility settlement coin USC and XRP digital assets. Such as assets may serve as a bridge currency in cross-border interbank payments. Before experimenting with such digital assets, policymakers should have a clear understanding of the value add they could provide from economic and technical perspectives, which we are seeing right now in terms of 100%, right? Everything is unfolding exactly as planned. Yes, regulations, all of this stuff happening with lawsuits and stuff, it is all playing into the idea of realizing the true value behind these assets, realizing the overall economic and technical perspectives as they are mentioned here as well. And XLM should not be disregarded either. I know that we talk about XRP a lot, and I know that a lot of people are so hyped up about XRP, but XLM is also huge in terms of examples of vendor neutrality. The Stellar Development Foundation supports projects building on the open source Stellar network that leverages over a dozen interoperable world currency stablecoins to improve financial access and inclusion, especially in emerging markets. This is for P2P. There are many examples of efforts like these that demonstrate that an open, vendor-neutral approach helps to create systems that integrate across competitors and performs enabling industrial-wide transformation. Now, we've discussed this, and we've always talked about financial inclusion. That is what XLM is building. They're building a financial inclusive pretty much system that allows any retail investor or any P2P payment to be sent immediately over the Stellar network. And I am very excited for the future of both XRP and XLM because we've already seen these pretty much, I would say, proof of concepts being tested, especially with the MoneyGram partnership from XLM's standpoint. So definitely prepare for what's about to come. And also, watch this. The U.S. has a limited time to change their stance. Listen closely.
Again, as a former regulator, I actually don't need to be polite, as perhaps some of my fellow guests may feel the need to be about what we're seeing in regulation. The first wave of the internet 30 years ago encountered a very different Washington response. It was a bipartisan response, and it was a very forward-leaning response. That response is known today as the first do no harm approach to innovation. And look at the wondrous results of that very enlightened official sector response to the private sector's innovation of the internet. Well, today, 30 years later, we're seeing a very different response. It's not bipartisan at all, and it's not enlightened at all. I would characterize, if the first wave was greeted by first do no harm, I'd say this wave is being greeted by first do not disturb the regulators. Do not disturb the way they operate. Do not disturb their regulatory frameworks. They're working with 90-year-old frameworks, but that's fine. They're working with a 1946 Supreme Court case. That's fine. Do not ask them to change. Do not ask them to innovate. Do not ask them to even understand the technology. Do not disturb the status quo. That is the message that's coming out from Washington through the various speeches and reports that we're seeing. It is, do not ask us to change. In fact, what we want you innovators to do is adopt your innovation to meet our requirements. Now, that is something that's unprecedented in American innovation. Innovation is meant to solve commercial problems. It's meant to solve social problems. It's meant to serve needs of the populace. No longer, now it is innovate to meet our requirements, even though our requirements do not apply, are not crypto native, are not appropriate for this. It's really very disappointing.
And that is the truth, right? In terms of innovation, we are using things from the 1940s to literally, when we're talking about regulations, right? Why are we using 1940 laws to regulate crypto that pretty much made its way into the market in 2008? We already know that, David Schwartz has been talking about DLT technology since the early 90s, but when we're talking about crypto, this is new age technology. This is not 1940s technology. Why are we limiting ourselves, to regulations on a law that was set in stone in the 1940s? We need to move on. We need to innovate. We are running out of time. And it's only going to move faster and faster as many other countries start to adopt. Also, we do see a Ripple Sandy Young, Bank SBI Japan, and how it leverages the digital asset XRP. Listen closely.
I mean, today we have a partnership with like Bank of America. I know JP Morgan works closely with Consensus. And I think for me, like one of the very interesting cases or examples, like in our experience at Ripple is SBI in Japan, which is one of the like massive, it's largest big FIs in that market. And we formed a joint venture with them in 2016, right? Like this is a very traditional sort of, financial institution. They had, a big umbrella of solutions, consumer facing apps, various business units, etc. And we joined this joint venture is essentially to offer our sort of cross-border payments sort of exclusive in that market. And what happened is like we didn't actually start with a crypto-based solution. It was actually a, sending money fiat to fiat, across the network, but in a more efficient way. But we grew over time, right? Like again, as the market developed, as we got closer, as we were able to explain the value prop around the crypto-enabled cross-border payments. Eventually, like they've moved, and last year we've just launched basically that the first kind of corridor between Japan and the Philippines, which means you can basically instantly settle, payments from Japanese yen to Filipino peso in that market using the XRP digital asset as a bridge between them. Again, in 2016, that wasn't obvious that that was going to happen, but it's about investing. It's about having that foresight of what is possible and what can come. So I always kind of like to, share that experience, something unexpected at the time.
And I do want to clarify real quick, and I like that she said this is investing, this is having a foresight of what's going to be happening. And I know a lot of XRP holders right now, and I see the comments on a lot of my videos that are saying, dude, XRP is not moving in price, it's a garbage coin, blah, blah, blah. And I just want you guys to understand that these are large financial institutions and banks utilizing XRP on a day-to-day basis, settling payments instantly, not utilizing pre-funded accounts, but a settlement that is instant. I'm still seeing settlements on my credit cards, in my bank accounts that are taking 5 to 7 business days. There's sometimes where it takes over a week to settle a payment. That is a problem. XRP is solving it. XRP is already solving it right now with many banks and financial institutions around the world. And SBI Japan is the biggest financial institution and bank that is overseas right now. And I just want you guys to understand how big XRP is going to be, especially in the future. Right now, we are seeing things unfold at a rapid pace, but we haven't even seen, the tip of the iceberg yet. And I just want you all to know that what's happening behind the scenes with this SEC lawsuit as well is going to spark a massive revolution in terms of technical advances and technical efficiency, especially within the banking and financial scene. In my opinion, we 100% win this lawsuit. There's zero doubt in my mind. And in terms of that, we're going to see mass adoption and mass utility being unlocked from RippleNet products that leverage XRP. Also, I do want to talk to you guys actually about ODL. We actually seen record growth and traction in 2021. This goes back to October 29th, just to clarify. But again, when we're talking about ODL customers, we're seeing, now have access over 20 countries around the world for payment needs. We also seen that ODL transactions are up 130% quarter over quarter. We've also seen that ODL transactions in quarter 3 accounted for 25% of the total dollar amount. And we also seen that while the US ODL flows were essentially halted due to regulatory uncertainty, international ODL volume has continued to surge, with volume growing from more than 25x since quarter 3 last year. This is no joke. Look at the ODL volume, by the way. And also, just to clarify, this is not going to result in XRP sparking in price until we are in a utility-driven market. But I'm just going to tell you guys right now, with this growth in ODL transactions, this is just going back to, January of this year, and this is October of this year. Look at that massive growth, right? When we are in a utility-driven market, XRP is going to take the crypto space by storm, right? Now, of course, expanding RippleNet use cases beyond remittances, and this is continuing to grow and grow and grow. There is I mean, this is the ODL volume incentives cost, by the way. Look at the cost. Look at the drop in cost from year to year. This is going to be absolutely massive. And we're even seeing here, on-demand liquidity has experienced its best quarter to date, and we're on track to beat that in quarter 4. Today, ODL is available in more than 20 markets compared to 3 markets in quarter 3 of 2020. In 1 year, it has grown in more than 20 markets. Okay? Compared to 3. So 17 new markets in literally 1 year. That is how fast Ripple is expanding. That is how fast XRP is being adopted. And I don't think people realize just how big this is going to be. And don't disregard XLM. Because XLM looks extremely beautiful on the price chart. Looks like we are about to skyrocket very soon. We've built the bottom floor here. It is only a matter of time. And XLM is also confirmed. They're both confirmed. They will both be utilized on a massive scale. Understand what is happening. Know what you hold. And HODL that. Of course, take profits, re-up your bag during the bear market and whatever until we are in a utility-driven market. But I'm just telling you guys right now, it is coming and it is going to happen very fast. Time is running out for the US. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.